Welcome again. I'm Kayode Alayode, and this is State of the Nation. Right behind me, data feeds still coming through in one place simultaneously on all our social media platforms. We invite you to be a part of the show. Use the hashtag State of the Nation and tweet also at me at KAY Alayode. Your thoughts are appreciated on the subjects we are discussing tonight. Now, let's get right to it. About a month ago, a month after he was rescued by members of the gang from the premise of the Imo State High Court in Owerri, the kidnapped gang leader, Henry Chiweze, also known as Vampire, has been killed by the police in a joint operation carried out by the operatives of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team. The operation was led by ACP Abba Kyari and the anti-kidnapping teams of Imo and Rivers State Police Commands, which laid siege to the kidnappers' hideout in Umuawa Forest in the Ikwere local government area of Rivers State in the early hours of Thursday. Now, joining me from our Abuja studio to discuss the matter, as well as the largest spate of kidnapping and insecurity here in Lagos and other parts of the country, is the Police Public Relations Officer, CSP JIMOH MOSHOOD. Thank you very kindly for joining us on the show. All right, let's get to it. The latest successes made by the police in terms of anti-kidnapping efforts and other crimes. The notorious and much dreaded kidnapping linchpin, Henry Chiweze, aka Vampire, has been killed. How did the police achieve this?
Thank you so much. This achievement doesn't just come by chance. This is a well-coordinated operation directed by the Inspector General of Police to ensure that kidnappers are not allowed to operate freely anywhere across the country. If you recall that this principal suspect who fell to the superior firepower of the Nigerian police force escaped from the prison warders in the Owerri High Court on the 27th of January this year. It is important to ensure that this suspect is properly arrested and his prosecution is continued. But there's no doubt that this operation, the special forces deployed by the Inspector General of Police, led by the Intelligence Response Team and the Anti-Kidnapping Unit, and supervised by the Commissioner of Police in Imo State, quickly moved in. We've been working on this, and this is a big victory for the Nigerian police force in our fight to ensure that we carried out the wars to the kidnappers in their den. Having said that, we have recorded a lot of successes in the past in ensuring that anybody kidnapped are promptly rescued. If you will recall, the Deputy High Commissioner of Sierra Leone in Nigeria was kidnapped in June, and he was promptly rescued and all the suspects arrested. Quite a number of their weapons were equally recovered. It is equally of important to let people know that we equally successfully rescued former Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Basiru Esse, when he was kidnapped in Kaduna. We equally rescued and arrested all the suspects involved in the Turkey school children and members of staff kidnapping. Those who kidnapped the CBN governor's wife were equally arrested, and large sum of money, which is part of the ransom paid, were recovered from them. A traditional ruler was kidnapped sometime in Lagos, and he was equally rescued, and the suspect arrested and prosecuted. So also that of the Sherry landlord secretary that was kidnapped was equally rescued. So the point I'm trying to make is that this doesn't come by accident. It comes by a coordinated operation which was carried out by the special police forces deployed not only to Imo State, to all the southern eastern states and south states where kidnapping, the spate of kidnapping was of concern. The Inspector General of Police concerned by this deploying in these special forces to ensure that they move from state to state and round up all those involved in various kind of kidnapping. So it is huge in this regard because Henry Chiweze, aka Vampire, has been a terror to residents of Owerri and other locations in Imo State, cutting across the state to other neighboring states. At the early hour of yesterday, the team was successful in nipping with adequate precision the location in the forest in the Kwere local government area of Rivers State, which is Omu Hawa Forest. They moved in. The kidnappers launched an assault on the special police forces, and they responded. So at the end of the day, Henry Chibese fell to the superior firepower of the Nigerian police force. The other suspects, namely Obinna Ella, Arinse Abecheta, Chukwebuka, Ike Sota, or here Samuel Ugochukwu from Arochukwu area of Abia State, and Clifford Ahana of Omuawa Ikwere local government of Rivers State were promptly arrested. They are in police custody, and investigation is going on to ensure that any other person that play one role or the other in the act of kidnapping within this guy and outside this gang are made to face the wrath of the law.
It's interesting to hear some of the prowess and successes that the Nigerian police has had in fighting kidnapping. But particularly, let's talk more about Vampire. He had been arrested before, which was a good thing for the Nigeria police. I'm interested, and I know a lot of Nigerians will also be interested, that what was the brief for the team that went after Vampire? Couldn't they have successfully rearrested him rather than how it ended up with him being killed?
Thank you so much. When you move into a location where kidnappers are vicious, and I want you to know that when you are arresting, when we are going into an operation of such, you make enough and adequate preparation for the unforeseen situation that may occur. Operation mostly don't go as it is being planned. The police is not to kill anybody. The police is to ensure that we arrest any suspect that is being looked for whatsoever offense he has committed, and ensure that the law take its course on such a suspect. But when you are going into ventures like this, you have to bring in your professionalism into being, to ensure that you suffer less casualty. And by doing so, when you attack, you have to repel the attack. So the personnel of the special force that were deployed, they are personnel that were well trained with adequate precision, like I've said earlier on, with the capability and capacity to sustain any assault from the kidnappers. So they repelled the attack, and in the process, the leader of the gang, who is Henry Chibese, fell to the superior firepower. It is on note for people to know that this Henry Chibese, aka Vampire, have killed a lot of people. We have records in our records for killing his girlfriend in Lagos, in faraway Lagos from Imo State. He killed his girlfriend and 8 members of the family, alleging that the girlfriend stole 45 million out of the 110 million he collected as ransom. This guy was equally responsible for the death of a traditional ruler in Imo State and his wife. Their corpses have not been seen up till now. He was equally responsible for killing somebody that came from Malaysia in an area called First Bank, World Bank area of Imo State. He is a serial killer. And when you are approaching such people, when he was being prosecuted in the first instance, he confessed to have killed over 200 people. And you don't expect us to go with baton and smoke to effect the arrest of such an individual. In the process of even arresting the remaining 5 members of the gang, one of our police sergeants sustained bullet wound injury in 3 locations in his body, and we are very hopeful that he's going to get out of the injury and join the team later. So we sacrifice a lot to ensure that we put in our best in every operation that we engage in, and it is quite important to know that we successfully pound the position of kidnappers not only in Imo State, across the federation. So this is it is important, and it is good for people to know that I went to Owerri yesterday on the directive of the Inspector General of Police to restore the confidence in the people, for people to actually know that it's actually Henry Chibese, aka Vampire, that died in the process of effecting the arrest. We are to meme if the need arises where we are attacked, we repel the attack and ensure that we don't suffer casualty on our side. If casualty occur on the side of the criminal, and this is
where you are, we want to take a short break right now on the program. We'll be talking to you again. You are watching State of the Nation. The program continues in just a moment. Join us again.